The bumblebee queen begins the spring below ground and all alone. Bumblebees are native to North America, South America, Europe, and Asia. There are 250 bumblebee species. She digs out, she flies. Hungry, she seeks flowers. She drinks nectar with her long, hairy tongue. She begins to search behind the barn, beyond the lake. She buzzes around the bushes, between the fields. Bumblebees rarely sting, but they will sting in defense and can sting more than once. She is looking for a place to build her colony. A puddle? No. A bush? No. An old mouse nest? Yes! Bumblebees nest in the ground or in sheltered, mossy, grassy places, such as old mouse nests or abandoned birdhouses. Queens have even nested in teapots. Now she prepares. She visits flowers and drinks nectar. She gathers pollen. She makes a waxy cup called her honey pot. In it she stores nectar that she will eat on stormy days when it is not good weather for flying. The bee's body produces wax that squeezes out in little tiles from between the segments of her abdomen. She pulls off the tiles with her feet and then chews them to form her honey pot. She forms some of the pollen into a lump. She lays eggs in it and adds a wax covering. After the eggs hatch, the queen chews a small hole in the wax covering and pushes in food to the larvae. In 5 days, the eggs hatch. They are lumpy, plump larvae. No buzzing, no flying, just wiggling. The larvae eat pollen. The queen brings more. The larvae grow, wriggling and chewing. As the larvae grow bigger, the wax covering cracks. The queen repairs it and enlarges it. Then, one spring day, the larvae spin cocoons. The larvae spin cocoons 10 to 14 days after hatching. The outer layers of silk harden and yellow, so the larvae no longer need the wax covering of the pollen clump for protection. The queen gets rid of the extra wax. But the queen bee keeps working. She collects nectar, she gathers pollen, she lays more eggs. In between her other duties, the queen snuggles up to the new eggs. Heat from her body go through a bare patch on her abdomen to warm the eggs. In 10 days, the cocoon ripen. The queen chews them open. Bees emerge, wings fanning. Now the queen has helpers. Worker bees are gray when they emerge, but their adult coloring starts to show in a few days. The new workers gather nectar and pollen and feed the larvae. The first worker bees of the season are the smallest. Later in the season, the workers are bigger. This may be partly because, as the colony grows, more workers can gather more food for the larvae. Summer simmers. The colony grows. The queen lays more eggs. Some from workers, some from drones, some will become new queens. Workers are females that are smaller than the queen. Workers do the hive chores. Drones are stingless males whose only job is to mate to help produce next year's bees. Queen, worker, drone.